Well, hello out there. Uh, Sorry I've been gone for a bit. Had pneumonia. Didn't feel very well. Kind of knocks you down, but feeling a little better. So I thought I'd get a video done. Going to talk about the basics of stacking. I'm sure I'll miss some stuff. So yeah, if you got any questions, go ahead and email me or put it in the comment. As you know, I try to answer everything. But hey, let's talk about what gold and silver are doing first. Uh, Look how gold's flirting with its all-time high. $25 seems to be the floor for silver. It's bouncing up to 26. I think as of this recording, it's hit the 20. It's at 26, but it's like we could possibly even that's even with the Fed announcing the rate hike, but these bank failures, uh, what's going on in the world with the dollar and stuff, everything is it's kind of a different, it's not following its normal rules, let's say. Let's get back to the basics. Gold and silver stacking, it's that is not an investment. I think they rank gold and silver as one of the worst investments, but it's a way to preserve your wealth. And the way to think about it is if you had this $20 gold piece back, this is in 1924. So let's say you go back to 1924, you got a $20 bill and this $20 gold piece. They'll both buy the same thing. You go to nowadays, what would you rather have, that $20 bill or this $20 gold piece? So that's a good way to think about it. Before you hear is generic silver, and that's what my main stack is made out of, is generic silver. Usually the premiums are lower on generic silver. I've never had any trouble selling generic silver. I've bought and sold a lot of it. My sweet spot for stacking is the 10-ounce bar and the 1-ounce rounds. This is a kilo. That's as big as I personally would go. I had 100-ounce bars in the past when I was stacking a whole lot, but I sold those, and there was no problem selling them. It's just right now, if you need a few $100s, and you take a 100-ounce bar in, you're going to get $3,000 for it now, and you're going to have a lot of extra cash if you don't uh, take it and buy silver right away with it. And you know what happens to that extra cash? It goes bye bye. Always does. At least for me, it does. So I mean, this way you can kind of break it down to what you need. Whatever it's a few $100, six, 700, or whatever. You can take some 10-ounce bars and some 1-ounce rounds and get right in there to what you need. And that's a good way to keep your stack up. This is my savings. I use this for savings. And then the next kind of notch up, uh, government-backed money, coins. Uh, this is a Canadian maple leaf. It's made by the Canadian Royal Mint. As you can see here, it has a denomination of $5. So, I mean, you could take it in and get $5 for it. I don't think you'd want to do that. It's worth more than that. But that's how government-backed bullion is. They all have denominations, and they all have like their basic one. This is Canada's basic one, the maple leaf. Then you get into higher premium government backed. This is from Mexico. It's a Libertad. The premiums on this is more than most, but it's a limited, mintage. People do collect these. So yeah. And then along the government back bullion, you get into the collector type series. They all put them out. This is from the Canadian Royal Mint. It's from a series called Creatures of the North. This was put out in 2020. It's the Kraken. And then somewhere I have in 2021 they came out with the Werewolf. These happen to be 2-ounce rounds. And then you'll have usually it's private mints doing it for different governments. Usually it's what it is. This is from Samoa. It's a 2023, and it's a Batman, and you're going to pay. There's more of a premium on that, and what most people are hoping when they buy these, they'll buy more, is that in the secondary market, because there's a limited mintage run, that it's going to go up in value. You take 2017, I forget what country it was, they did a bunch of the Marvel characters. And man, now, if you bought a bunch of those, you've made some money, especially the Spider-Man. You'll see those on eBay for $150 to $170. There's other ones, at 70. I think the lowest they are 50. But you could have done real well with those. But that's kind of the next step up on it. And and the premiums are a lot higher. Then you can get into, collectible type rounds. This is from Reckless Metals. It's known as a Rolo. They're small in diameter but thick. And they have those, and then they have, what you call, I guess, more of your art type silver that people collect. And, the premiums just keep going up on those. And then you get into, there's vintage silver people collect. And I've got some coming. It was from the 70s. It's usually mints, usually well-known mints, or mints that put out quality stuff that have shut down or you can't get anymore. So that's your vintage silver, and you're going to pay a higher premium on those. The trouble with all the stuff with the higher premiums, if you take it into an LCS, you're going to lose. They, depending on the shop, they'll give you maybe a little bit more of a premium. Some won't give you any more. They look at it the same as generic, silver's silver or gold's gold. Speaking of gold, you probably, should be collecting just the 1-ounce bars. That's the cheapest way to go. But I don't know. There's something, I don't know, it's in our DNA and stuff. We like the gold coins. So, I mean, if you're going to do that, probably get something like a Cougaran or maybe a maple. The American Gold Eagles and Buffaloes, premiums are really high on those. Usually, you'll get more of a premium back on them, pay the less premium you can, and that's usually the bars. Anyway, we'll get back to the silver. So yeah, you're going to have to really, if you're going to sell stuff, or collect stuff like the Batman or the Creatures of the North series, or King's B series, or any of the Marvel series, any of those, you're going to have to sell them on the secondary market to get your money back. But then you need to think about, you're going to, probably sell it on eBay. eBay's fees are pretty high now. Then you've got shipping costs and the time it takes to do it. So there's people that make a business out of that, and God bless them. They make money at it. Me, I'd buy the wrong series every single time. so I stick on stacking to the generic stuff. Now I do buy 90% silver. The premiums on these, just be a stacker, and that's it. You probably want to stay away from this. Now, preppers like 90% silver because you can get the dimes, quarters, half dollars, and it's, fractional amounts of silver. If you need to barter and stuff later, uh, instead of having to do a whole ounce, you can break it, down to a half dollar or a quarter or a dime. But I like it for the history and because they don't make it anymore. So I know I'm paying a higher premium. Uh, but I'm willing to. It's like then there's the world of collecting. An 1885 Morgan Carson City. This has already been graded. And you see it's an MS64. 85 is a semi-key date. I like my Morgans. Some more. Well, that's a piece dollar there. Here's some more Morgans. Yeah, this one, if you remember, came from T. That's just a common date Morgan. I don't know if I would have got it slabbed. I do have some Carson City Morgans they're out to be graded. Hopefully, I'll have those back in the next few weeks, and I'll do something on that. I may have. I don't want to. Don't put it that way. I I may have really took it in the shorts on one thing, and I'll show you. And that was it. It's in the end, it's always it's my fault. I should have done more research, but we'll see. Maybe I will make out on it, but I'll tell you about it when we get it. So I mean, there's the world of collecting, and if I didn't have this channel, the only thing I would be buying would be the generic stuff and probably some collecting. The collecting is something I'm going to pass down to my grandsons. The Morgans, the peace dollars. That's mainly what I'll have. A few of these, gold pieces. But I'll probably be going after more Carson City Morgans. That's what I like. So, yeah, I buy different government. I've got maple leaves, I've got kangaroos, I've got ASEs, I got just a few of all of them. Just if I need them to show you on the channel and stuff, I have them. Like I said, I've got some vintage silver coming. I want to show you. Uh, just stuff to talk about. But if it was like I said, if I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't buy any of this other stuff. Here's more Morgans. These are all common date, but they're in mint state. A lot of them, they're BU to mint state. So I keep those in the word little capsules. That's the basics kind of broken down. Uh, if I mean, if you're really new to stacking, I probably should have started out what a premium is. The premiums, the price difference between spot and what you actually pay, and the premium, covers uh, the refining of it, the refining of the silver or gold, the minting of the coins or bars, the wholesaler, the retailer. That's so you got to have that in there. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot that you guys watch my videos. You don't know how much. I mean, I'm so shocked. Hopefully, I'll get better. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're really trying to build a really good community here. I think I'm going to try and do live streams so I can interact with you guys. You can ask questions and I can answer them. And And instead of just talking to myself, I can talk to you guys. So anyway, I'm going to shoot for that. And as always, like and subscribe. Uh, we're a little over 600 subs. We get to that 1,000. I mean, I think right now there's over 10 ounces of silver in here, and there'll be more. Uh, doesn't matter how long it takes. It'll be I've got an idea of how much I want in there, and that's how much will be in there. So I mean, if we were to hit 1,000 tomorrow somehow, put in what I'm going to put in. Just so. Anyway, you guys take care, and like I said, sorry it's been a few days longer than normal, but had that pneumonia. Take care, guys. Till next time.